Xenoestrogens, I think, are probably the biggest ones that people think about for hormone disruptors. And for anybody who doesn't know, a xenoestrogen is a chemical that works in the body similar to estrogen. It's not measured as estrogens. Like when we do our salivary testing, for instance, it's if we have high burden of xenoestrogens, it's not going to raise our estrogen level, but it works at the same receptors as estrogen. I call that as raising our estrogen burden, like how much estrogen the body has to deal with. So they're like fake estrogens that come from chemicals and things like that. They are absolutely in like products from like lotions to makeup to our nail polish, stuff like that. It's in all of that. But at the same time, it can leach from like the containers that things are in. So like BPA is one that a lot of people are familiar with, and that's in our plastics. So like the lining of food, aluminum food cans, you'll see things say BPA free. Ones that don't can be lined with chemical disruptors as well. They're a little bit of everywhere, and I encourage my patients to do really the best they do what we can with avoidance because it's almost impossible to avoid them completely. So where can we get that, or where can we avoid it? And that would, like you said, in our food plan and what we eat, but that can be hard too because it is in pesticides, even potentially organic pesticides. So just because we're eating organic doesn't mean we aren't getting exposure to chemical disruptors. But it's still, if we can get it from our backyard, that's the best. But I know that's not really going to happen, right? So limiting where we can. I think of our cookware even, like a lot of people don't know this, but our nonstick cookware is highly toxic to us and can be endocrine disruptors. So cooking in things like stainless steel or cast iron that doesn't have like that nice coating on top that makes them so easy to clean. And looking at how clean can we get our body products. And we can go as simple as using coconut oil for lotion, for instance. We're moving away from parabens, phthalates, things like that. That can be known endocrine disruptors, and keeping it as natural as we can. But even like the coating on our receipts are coated in whatever that plasticky film is on there. That is xenoestrogens and endocrine disruptors on the coating. So trying not to touch those. So if we like tried everything, it would be crazy making. So I agree with trending towards the whole foods diet, fruits, vegetables. Where do our meats come from? Are they grass fed, grass finished, like all that goodness? And then minimizing the chemicals we put on our skin, because we will absorb those. We can absorb it through the skin. And then what we cook in and how we store our food. So I'm a big one for not microwaving plastics and storing my leftovers in glass. The main things we do on a daily basis. How can we lower that burden? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
not
we
touching
tried
receipts might get
to.
pretty tough.
Exactly. Yeah. That one's going to be rough. So I think about our food, what we're cooking in, what we're storing in, how we're reheating our food, where the food is coming from, what it's stored in when we purchase it, avoiding plastics, avoiding the BPA line cans, and then what are we putting on our skin and how can we minimize our chemical exposures there?